Hi, everybody. This is Debbie. I am here today to talk to you guys about restarting your business. On the training call Monday night, we were going to talk about this and we ran out of time. And then oddly enough, CJ Summers training Tuesday was about restarting your business. So I highly encourage you to also listen to her training on the in your back office. It's a great training, and some of the stuff I'm going to talk about is the same. And then I have a few other things that I wanted to touch base with you guys about. Why did she talk about it and why am I talking about it? Because it's January, right? So a whole year, a whole new year, people are ready to start a lot of things new, start a lot of things fresh, do do-overs, do redos. So January is always a great month to reinvent lots of things about yourself or add to your life or make changes. Another important reason for restarting your business, because this tends to happen, people in the fall, they're all excited for Christmas. Your business is rocking in the fall, rocking through November. December starts winding down as the holidays kind of shut everybody down, it seems. No matter how much we try for it not to, it kind of does. So if you didn't get your December calendar booked, odds are you probably don't have January booked if you weren't doing things and setting things up then for January. Or if you did get it booked, people cancel. For example, my nail bar this Saturday has canceled. People think it sounds good, and then all of a sudden they come off the holidays and they shut down. And that's okay. You just follow up with those people and you get it rescheduled. So if you find yourself right now thinking, all right, I want to change what I'm doing with Color Street. Maybe you're not doing as much as you want to. Maybe you're in a great place, but you just want to do more. Or maybe you just didn't get your calendar filled and you're just, wondering what can I do to get it filled? Because if you are doing parties and then booking parties, they just kind of roll off each other. But when they stop, then you're kind of back to square one of day one when you first start. So let's talk about that. So if you're brand new and you've done your Let's Get Started call, some of this you may have heard because I'm kind of going back with everybody with what we do in that Let's Get Started call, which is, number one, I want you guys to go back to your Frank list. If you're trying to restart your business, go back to that list. Oh, I have mine right here. I have so many notebooks. So I keep mine in a notebook, and I just have pages of names with notes. As you see, as I talk to people, I put notes by there as I've reached out to them and I have to do follow-ups with them. So if you have not done a Frank list and you're 6 months in, a year and a half in, a day in, start a Frank list. Again, I like it in my notebook because it's all in one place. I can always add names to it. Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and people you know because of kids. So put names in all those. Think through all your first round people. After you're done with those first round people, then go back and think of, for example, you think of, your neighbors, but then you might think of your friends' neighbors. You might know some of them. They may not have been in that first round of names you wrote down. Write down all the names you can think of, all right? And if you have a Frank list started, go back and think about it. Maybe your child's in a new team, or maybe they're at a new school, or maybe you joined a new group where you may be able to add new names on there. So I encourage you to refer back to that Frank list. Is there anyone there you're supposed to follow up with that you took notes on? Is there anybody you haven't reached out to that you've been meaning to that you could reach out to? So it's a good place to start back. When you're reaching out to people, what are you reaching out for? Well, you can always reach out for sales, right? You may be reaching out about the business, and you may be reaching out about getting a nail bar. So there's 3 things to be reaching out to them about. And maybe you're also just reaching out to customers to give a thank you. It's a great time of year. I've spent the last couple of days doing all my follow-up calls to all the people from the fall through vending events and parties, just saying thank you. And you can hear in the shock in their voice when you say thank you and they say, well, first, I'll tell you, here's what I experience the most. If they answer, hello. Hi, this is Debbie. I met you at such and such. I'm from Color Street. Oh, voice totally changes. If you guys have noticed that, because they probably think you're a telemarketer because they don't recognize your phone number. The voice changes. The whole conversation switches over. Oh my gosh, yes, I love them. Right now what I'm following up with is, hey, I'm just calling to see how you liked your nails. I think you were giving some as presents. I wanted to make sure those people got them, how they like them, if they have any questions. And usually it starts a really easy conversation with them. Okay. So you can also be doing your follow-up thank yous to customers. And with that, you can get something booked out of that as well. All right. So you're going back to your Frank list. Then what you are looking to do, just like you did at the very beginning, let's say you're calling people and you're not getting nail bars booked, then book a party for yourself. Relaunch yourself. January 2019, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm relaunching my business for 2019. Super excited. Come on over Saturday night to, see all the nails that I have and come just have laughs and drinks. We all need a break after the holidays and just have fun. So relaunch yourself. Then from there, you're reconnecting with all those friends. You're able to say thank you to those people who have been ordering, maybe touch on people who haven't ordered yet. Tell your friends they could bring a friend if they want. You can always relaunch yourself. To me, it's the easiest party to have because people love going to someone else's house, right? And again, keep it simple. Then when you're reaching out to the other people and you're talking to them about nail bars, that first appointment or the first call we do, let's get started, we talk about a launch plus 4, setting up your first 4 nail bars with people. So you could treat it like that. Reach back out to some of your friends. Hey, you know what? Here's an example. I've done this with my friends. I'm really trying to get into some new areas of people for customers. I would love to introduce Color Street to you and your friends. So if you want to have your friends over in the next couple of weeks, it would be so much fun and I could come over and bring nails, and then, I can hang out with you guys, or if you want your own time, whatever you want to do since it's a friend. But you can ask them that way and talk to them about them having a nail bar. You could also talk to that customer in your follow-up who's been repeatedly buying from you. Oh my gosh, you've been buying so many nails from me. I would love to treat you. You're spoiling me by buying all these nails. I would love to treat you and your friends to a nail bar. If you want to have some friends over, let me come and give samples and spoil you guys with an evening out, and then you get to earn free nails and half off sets. If you notice I'm not saying to them, will you please have a nail bar for me? Will you please do a favor for me? I have found when the hostess doesn't want to have it, and you're asking it that way, where she feels she's doing you a favor, she is not going to be doing her job as far as being a hostess. Your greatest hostesses are the ones that they want to do the party. And so they're out there selling for you. They're out there telling it to your friends because they have a relationship with their friends. And the hostess is getting her friends to buy into what you're bringing in. And so those are the hostesses who are going to fill the room, who are going to be in that party, sampling people right with you, talking about your product and making it really easy. But the friends that you're asking, will you do a favor for me? They don't really want to do it. They're not going to be getting the room filled. They're not going to be promoting the nails. And it's a more difficult party to have. So don't ask them to do a favor for you. What can you do for them? What are you doing for them? You're offering them a great night out with their friends. Right now, I feel so good about my house because I got all the Christmas stuff down. I love decorating, but I love undecorating. I would love to have people over because my house just feels way less crowded, right? So people get excited. They want to have people back over now that their house is clean. Maybe they have new stuff from Christmas. Maybe they were with family the whole time and they want to see their friends again. Maybe their New Year's resolution is to be with friends more. So you never know what people are looking for. So provide them that opportunity. You can provide them the free and half off nails. You can provide them the opportunity of getting out. So that from doing that, from you relaunching yourself and calling people and getting some more nail bars set up, you in essence are then going to get hopefully nail bars from those and potential new stylists to jumpstart your business. Now, one thing that's really important when you're calling people, this is key, especially if maybe you're still thinking back to the last couple of weeks of December when our inventory was, right? That was really hard to sell our business at that time. It was really hard to say, hey, have a nail bar. We have 20 shades out of stock, but great, have your friends over. I get it. It was frustrating. I'm not going to downplay that. But it's done and it's over. Our nails are back in stock. We have the Valentine's Day launch. So what I need you to do when you're calling these people or texting them or having any communication with them is you need to understand what type of value you're offering them. All right? You need to know what are you offering them? Well, I know I am offering them an amazing job opportunity. If I'm talking about the opportunity, we have a phenomenal job opportunity here. People are winning trips. People are doing so many extra things with the money that they're earning. People are working their own hours. People are working their job around their family. People are not working 9 to 5. They're not reporting to a boss. There's so many benefits to what our opportunity can offer. I mean, to me, that's my favorite thing about the job is the opportunity. So we have such a great thing we can offer people. So if you're not believing that right now, you need to get yourself back to believing that. So what you can do is get out a piece of paper and start writing down all the reasons. Why did you do this job? What are the benefits of Color Street? What could it offer somebody else? And you need to read over those before you start calling other people, because it's really hard to offer the opportunity if you're not seeing it as the opportunity right now. All right? So go back to where you were that made you believe that it was the opportunity that you fell in love with. All right? So kind of going back to your why maybe. Then our product. Oh my gosh, we have an amazing product. Go back to the time. It takes minutes. If you have events coming up, you can do your beautiful nails that are unique that you can't paint at the salon with our pattern nails. You don't have to spend the time at the salon. You don't have to spend the money at the salon. I mean, there's so many different benefits that our nails have, let alone they're fast. There's no tools. There is a company, no other company like ours. I know there's other companies coming out with products like ours. They're not touching on what we have. We have so much money going back into this company because we're doing so well that they are increasing and improving our company all the time. So I need you to find your passion for the polish, and I need you to find your passion for the business. And you need to, hopefully it's at the surface, but if it's not, because you're still frustrated with December, dig deep and find it. If it's at the surface, just go over it. Get yourself psyched up. What are you going to do before you call these people? You're not going to think of anything. You're not going to think of the bad things. You're going to think of all the benefits Color Street has done for you. And then you get on that phone and you make those phone calls. And that is what people are going to hear. They're going to hear your excitement. We've heard from so many different social media people. They've been watching you. Actually, the Let's Get Started call I did today, the gal said she had been watching the person she signed up with over the past year and a half, watching her posts, watching her. And when she finally saw how she bought kitchen appliances, that is when she said, okay, I can make money. I can do this. People are watching you, you guys. They're watching what you're doing. So make sure you're putting it out there for people to see. And go back to those great things that it's done for you. And then you make your phone calls. So as I said, when you're talking to people, not everybody is motivated by the free product. So make sure you know the person you're talking to, and what can you offer them? Is it the night out they're looking for? Or it's maybe it'll be them getting their kids, their kids' friends together, or the kids' moms. Think of how you can repay the favor to them. But if they're not going to be motivated by the free product, then think of another reason why would they want to have a nail bar. Okay. So if it's a person you met at a vending event, you may not know anything about, what they would want. So you can't really base that on that, but you could base it on maybe the nails they bought, or how much, if you took notes when you met them, were they excited about it? Finally, one last thing that I highly recommend you doing when you talk to these people is maybe they don't want to have a nail bar. Maybe they don't have any interest in the business. Ask for referrals. Referrals are the number one gift a person can give you next to signing up themselves or doing a nail bar themselves. Giving a referral means they trust you, they believe in you, and they're willing to give your name to somebody they know. That's a huge compliment. So, for example, I followed up yesterday with a person from a vending event that was interested in doing the business. Well, life's busy. She's not going to do it right now. However, and her telling me how life is busy, you know, she has kids and grandkids and she helps take care of the grandkids and her daughter stays at home. Ding, ding, ding. So then when I finished up with her, I said, you know, it's so nice talking to you. You know, keep me in mind. I know your life is really busy right now. If you ever change your mind, or if you know anybody, maybe your daughter, you said she stays at home and she was, her and her husband were looking for additional income because she had mentioned that to me. You know, if you think she would ever be interested in it, I would love to talk with her. Easy as that. So there, you know, that doesn't bother them. And she said, oh my gosh, absolutely. I will definitely keep you in mind. So when you're talking to people, ask them if there's anybody they would know. Maybe they don't want to have a nail bar, but maybe someone else they know does. So maybe they say, no, I can't do one right now. Say, oh my gosh, no problem at all. You know, please keep my name around. If you ever hear of anybody that is interested in Color Street, if you think one of your friends would love to have a get together or try our product or even come work with me, I'd love to talk with them. You know, get referrals. Referrals are great people to have. All right. So those are really my main tips. You know, some other things along with building yourself up with a company or, you know, believing in the company, when you are out doing your nail bars, so let's say you get your first nail bar, I want you to think of yourself when you're at that nail bar. You need to go in feeling like yourself, feeling like $1,000,000, right? So you are wearing what makes you feel comfortable. I love dressing up. What makes me feel comfortable? I don't wear an evening gown, but I do love wearing fun, you know, maybe a dress and boots, maybe a cuter outfit than I would wear every day at home. But if you're the girl who's wearing a hat and sweats and you feel comfortable wearing that to a party, now remember, just because you feel comfortable in it doesn't mean that, you know, people are going to take to that. So you need to take your crowd into a situation. In my opinion, you want to be the best looking in the room. You want to be dressed for success. So when you're doing something that makes you feel comfortable, take it in consideration of you are also running a business and balance that out. But you want to make sure what you put on makes you be you. If you don't wear high heels, don't wear high heels to a party. You're going to feel so uncomfortable and so awkward. You're not going to be yourself. So wear what makes you feel yourself so you can go in there and be yourself. Be lively, be exciting. Remember, people are looking at you. If you're boring and you're negative and you're not having very much fun, why would the next person want to have you over there? So just think, if you're trying to rebuild your business and you have a nail bar, be out there, advertise yourself. You're the one, you're selling you. They love the product, but they're having you back because they love the product and they liked you. All right? They didn't like you, they're not going to want you in their house. So you need to be selling yourself as well. So that's something to keep in mind at your own launch party, if you're relaunching yourself, and at any nail bars you booked, to make sure you go in there with confidence, make sure you go in there knowing the product, okay? I don't always know every single name. Sometimes my 40-year-old brain kicks in and a name, you know, goes out the door, and that's okay if you don't know one, but know the basic idea of your names, what your polish does. You don't have to know the answers to everything, but we sell one product. So know as much about that product when you go in there so you can be knowledgeable when they ask you questions. So right now, your goal would be to focus on your first one. Focus on your first nail bar. You make calls till you get that first nail bar. You get excited, and then make calls to get the rest. But right now, don't focus, oh my gosh, I have to get 4. Right now, you're focusing on 1. Set your launch party up and focus on making calls till you get that next one. And then let it take you from there. Okay, remember the rule of thumb is what? Every 10 is a yes. So you got to reach out to those 10 people. Okay, so that's a lot of phone calls if you're trying to set up 4 of them. All right. Okay, you guys. So good luck revamping and restarting your business. Remember, we have a great promotion this month with sponsoring. So when you're redoing your business and you're out there getting these nail bars, great time to focus on that frank list and go back and talk to people about the business to get your name in the drawing for the knives. All right. Everybody have a great night, and I will see you later.